The Nintendo Switch 2 is finally here. After years of rumors and anticipation, Nintendo has officially pulled back the curtain on its next generation console. Launching June 5th, 2025, the Switch 2 brings a host of upgrades that go far beyond just better graphics. In this video, we're breaking down the new feature, the redesigned Joy-Cons, the 4K docked experience, and the specs that power it all. Plus, we'll answer the big question, is it really worth the hype? Let's start with the basics. The Nintendo Switch 2 isn't just a simple upgrade or a cosmetic refresh. This is a genuine leap into the next generation of hybrid gaming. Nintendo has stuck to the formula that made the original Switch a worldwide phenomenon. You can still dock the system at home to play on your TV, or undock it and take it with you on the go. That flexibility remains core to the experience. But beyond that familiar form factor, everything else has been re-engineered from the inside out. At the heart of the Switch 2 is a brand new custom processor, the Nvidia Tegra T239. This chip is built on Ampere-based architecture, the same kind used in some of Nvidia's high-end GPUs for desktops and laptops. That means significantly more horsepower under the hood. We're talking faster rendering, better thermal efficiency, and support for more complex visual effects in real-time gameplay. It's a major step up from the aging X1 chip in the original Switch, which, let's be honest, was already starting to show its limits by 2020. Backing that new chip is 12 gigabytes of LPDDR5X RAM. That's not only more than double the RAM in the original Switch, it's also faster and more power efficient. This kind of memory allows for much smoother multitasking, faster loading times, and better handling of modern game engines. Whether you're switching between a game and your home screen, accessing cloud features, or just browsing the eShop, everything feels snappier and more fluid. Storage has also been upgraded. The Switch 2 comes with 256 gigabytes of internal storage, a generous bump from the 32 or 64 gigs we saw in earlier model. And if you need more room, no worries. The system still supports microSD cards, so you can expand your library without missing a beat. Connectivity has been modernized too. You now get Bluetooth 5.3, which means faster and more stable pairing with wireless headphones and controllers. Dual USB-C ports offer better accessory support and charging options. And with Wi-Fi 6 built in, your online gameplay, downloads, and updates will be quicker and more reliable, assuming your router is up to the task. Now let's talk display, because this is one of the most noticeable and immediately impressive upgrades. The Nintendo Switch 2 features a 7.9-inch LCD screen. It's just a bit larger than the OLED model, but it delivers a sharper and more responsive visual experience. We're talking 1080p resolution, a 120Hz refresh rate, and full HDR10 support. That combination makes a huge difference, not just in clarity, but in fluidity and color accuracy. Games look more vibrant, motion is smoother, and lighting effects feel richer and more cinematic. Whether you're playing in handheld mode or using the built-in kickstand for tabletop play, it's a serious visual upgrade. And yes, for those wondering about docked mode, the rumors were true. The new dock now supports full 4K UHD output via HDMI 2.1. That's a big leap from the original 1080p cap. But it's not just about raw resolution. Thanks to Nvidia's DLSS-style AI upscaling, games can look noticeably cleaner and more detailed even if they're not rendering natively in 4K. This means smoother edges, better textures, and an overall boost in visual fidelity, especially on larger screens. The real-world result, games like Breath of the Wild, Mario Kart World, and even Animal Crossing, New Horizons feel revitalized. Frame rates are steadier, resolution is crisper, and the entire experience feels more premium. Nintendo has clearly taken notes from the competition, and it shows. Speaking of games, Nintendo isn't holding back on launch titles. Leading the pack is Mario Kart World, a major overhaul with expanded tracks, new multiplayer mechanics, and even AR integration. Then there's Survival Kid, a cooperative survival game for up to 4 players, reviving a cult favorite series. And that's just the start. Nintendo also confirmed that many of your favorite Switch games will work on the new hardware, with performance upgrades included for big titles like Zelda and Metroid Prime. Now let's talk about something fans have wanted for years, new Joy-Cons. With the Switch 2, Nintendo has delivered a full redesign, and this time, they got it right. The Joy-Con 2 addresses almost every complaint from the original model. The biggest change? No more rail system. Instead, these attach magnetically. The connection feels solid and clean. No more wobble, no more wear and tear from sliding. It feels like a proper controller now, not just an accessory. Nintendo also updated the shape. The new Joy-Cons have better ergonomics, slightly more curve, and more comfortable grip during long play sessions. The buttons feel more responsive, and the shoulder triggers have been improved too. And the analog sticks, that dreaded Joy-Con drift, may finally be gone. Joy-Con 2 uses Hall effect sensors, which rely on magnetic fields instead of physical contact. That means less wear over time and much better long-term reliability. One new feature that stands out is the C button. It's located on the underside and activates GameChat, Nintendo's new voice and video chat system. No more clunky phone app. You can talk to friends directly through the Switch now. using the built-in mic or a Bluetooth headset. It's a much needed step forward in online play. Motion tracking has also been improved, making motion-based games more precise and responsive. Whether you're using both Joy-Cons in each hand or playing with one held sideways, everything feels tighter and more refined. And with better power management, battery life has improved too. You're getting around 8 to 10 hours of play, and the new USB-C charging is faster and more efficient. Plus the fan is quieter and the system stays cooler, even during intense gaming. All in all, JoyCon 2 is a big upgrade. Stronger build, smarter tech, better feel. It's not just a redesign, it's a fix. And it finally feels like the kind of controller the original Switch always should have had. Another big addition is cloud functionality. The new Nintendo Switch app lets you automatically back up screenshots and video captures to the cloud. You can access them from your phone or browser and share them instantly on social media or with friends. It's a small feature, but a welcome one for players who love sharing content. Of course, backward compatibility is a huge win here. Almost every Nintendo Switch game is compatible with the new system, and many titles will benefit from improved load times and frame rates. Nintendo has said that digital purchases from your existing account will carry over, meaning you won't lose your library. Let's take a step back and ask the real question. Is the Nintendo Switch 2 worth it? For current Switch owners, it's going to depend on how much you value performance. If you're someone who mainly plays dock, the 4K output alone is a major reason to upgrade. If you play handheld, the better screen, faster hardware, and new Joy-Cons all make a meaningful difference. And if you've never owned a Switch, this is the best time to jump in. Now let's talk price. The base model of the Switch 2 is launching at $449. That includes the console, Joy-Con 2 controllers, and the updated dock. There's also a bundle that includes Mario Kart World for $499. It's not cheap, but considering the hardware upgrades and game support, it feels like a fair value. And let's be honest, Nintendo rarely slashes prices early on. If you're into competitive analysis, you might be wondering how this compares to other handhelds like the Steam Deck or Asus ROG Ally. While those systems are more powerful on paper, they don't have Nintendo's exclusive game. The Switch 2 might not be a pure spec monster, but it offers something the others can't. Seamless hybrid gameplay with access to beloved franchises. So what's the verdict? The Nintendo Switch 2 is not just a worthy successor. It's a bold reimagining of what Nintendo's hybrid console can be. It's smarter, faster, more social, and more visually impressive. Nintendo finally seems to be leaning into modern expectations while still keeping its signature charm. Whether you're picking it up on day one or waiting to see what comes next, this is a system built for the future of gaming. Thanks for watching. If you found this breakdown helpful, drop a like, hit subscribe, and share your thoughts in the comments below. Are you getting the Switch 2 at launch, or are you holding out for a future Pro model? This is Tech on the Mind, where future tech meets everyday impact. See you in the next video.